Hi, guys. Today we're going to talk about something very important, something all of us deal with, something all of us are trying to overcome. Basically, the topic for today is how do you quit any bad habit? So, when I say any bad habit, I'm taking a big challenge there because there could be so many things that we're all struggling with, so many addictions, so many situations, so many toxic habits could also be in the form of friendship, toxic relationships, toxic eating habits, toxic lifestyle. I'm talking about everything. Your alcohol addiction, you're addicted to drugs, anything. So, the first thing I want to ask you, why did you click on this video? Why did you search for this video or this topic? Obviously, because there's something that's bothering you, a change you want to make, perhaps something that is taking over your life, and you've tried everything, or you want to try something, you want to make a change for the better. Well, I'm glad you chose to do that. I'm glad you chose to recognize that about yourself because most of us, we don't even realize it. We don't realize that something is taking over our lives until it's too late. So, let me start this video. Let me just tell you how I came, blah, blah, blah. So, I woke up this morning and I left a message for my best friend. I left her a voice message, and as I was speaking with her or sending her a message, I thought to myself, wow, this realization that just occurred to me, so many people could benefit from it. So I thought I should probably make a video, and this is my first video. Um, but yeah, I just could not keep it to myself anymore, and I hope I can make more videos, or I will make more videos because there's a lot that goes on in my head, and I think deeply. I write all the time. I genuinely question things, and these are all the things that I use to actually overcome a lot of things myself. So let's talk about my experience with overcoming or quitting a bad habit. I used to be really overweight. I used to be really, really addicted to food. I used to spend all my money in food, everything you can imagine. Everything would go in food. I was just mindlessly eating. I was just not thinking. All I could think about was what do I eat next, and this or that. But just basically, I did not have any control over myself. What did I do about it? I went cold turkey. But that we'll come to that later. The first thing I want to ask you is why did you click on this video? Why did you search for this topic? Of course, I am going to assume, and I think it is because something is bothering you. Something has been overtaking your life. You feel like you're unable to overcome it, and it's just something that you want to get rid of. And you're just done with it. And whether you tried it or not, different ways of overcoming this habit or this addiction or this trait, anything, they're all the same to me, really, or they're all the same in general. But I think that that is the first question because I'll tell you why. With that pain point, you can trace back the reason for why you even got addicted to something. So I was just texting my friend in the morning and I don't remember what we were talking about, or I don't want to talk about what we were talking about, but it was regarding some kind of an addiction, and it was a general topic. One of our friends got, I'm so sorry, was addicted to a certain type of, you know, um, let's just call it a drug, a type of drug. Okay, I'm not going to specify on what that is because a lot of people will argue about, oh, that's not a drug, and it probably is not a drug. Okay, but it's a bad habit. It's a bad habit, because to that person it seems like a bad habit. It's just something that they are unable to control. They seem to be abusing it, and that could be the same thing with food. So maybe I'm talking about food because food is also a drug for some of us, and I think it is a drug because you can get highly addicted to it, especially unhealthy food. So I was telling her how it's important to first recognize the cause. Why did you start? Okay, let me just okay. Let me just give an example of an unhealthy relationship. Because this is the same thing. It's a bad habit. You choosing an unhealthy relationship is also something that needs to be traced back to why. Always question, always understand why. Why are you doing this? Why are you addicted to this substance? Why are you addicted to food? Why are you addicted to so and so person? This kind of a relationship, this kind of a friendship, whatever. Okay, whatever. It can change today. So this is just the underlying philosophy behind this is that we all have a reason for doing certain things. There is a reason behind why you chose a certain addiction. Of course, food is a very easy addiction. All of us can just get addicted to food very quickly. But fine. Why? Why are you addicted to a certain substance, for example? Why are you addicted to certain substance? Let me just give an example of how do I say this without getting canceled in the future, even if not today. You never know. Recently, one of my favorite YouTubers got canceled. Wow, I'm getting really distracted. I think I have to start this video with a warning that I have ADHD. So my mind is really scattered, but I promise you this video will bring you value. So the first question to ask is why? Why are you addicted to something? So some of us eat food because it is the easiest way to get dopamine. It's easier than hitting the gym. Of course, we know that. It's easier to just get a chocolate, eat it, quick dopamine release in your brain. But the long-term effects of that is, of course, first you have these habitual effects where you never learn to work hard for dopamine. You never work hard for the good things in life. You just want to go and buy "Oh, let me just get a McDonald's burger because I'm feeling sad right now," or let me just eat this chocolate, sorry, because I just feel so bad right now that this is gonna fix me, and it will fix you. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. Or the same thing with alcohol. Let me just drink because I am feeling like really bad right now, and this is gonna fix your problem. It will not fix your problem. It will just kind of it's like procrastinating healing a situation. So what did I do? And this is not a how to lose weight video, although I have plans on making that, but that will be a completely different topic for a completely different day. As for today, first thing to understand, after you understood why, okay, maybe you were a kid when you probably got bullied, so food was your comfort. You found more comfort, and like I said, it all goes back to finding different ways of dopamine. That is the chemical, that is the problem, that is why some of us get addicted to things, whatever, anything, even an unhealthy relationship. So there are ways of approaching this, but I want you to remember the underlying philosophy behind it is that we have the tendency to look for easy ways to find joy in this world. And I also want to mention what I did, my addiction with Instagram. I'll be completely honest, I used to spend 6, 7, 8 hours a day on Instagram until I realized this was actually having a huge effect on me. I used to deny it. I used to be one of those people who was like, blah, 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 it doesn't really do anything. It does. It does. It takes over your life because you just it's just something you don't care about, and it's definitely a bad habit. It's a bad habit. It's a very, very bad habit. Social media, And all of these things in our generation, especially, that's why all of us are entering depression, and it's so widespread. It's because of these quick dopamine um, sources. I don't know, but basically, it's unnatural. The human mind wants to work for dopamine, at least in my opinion. And I'm not saying this based on science or anything. I'm just saying this based on complete experience. You feel good, you feel accomplished when you hit the gym and you come back home. Once you take a shower, you moisturize your body, you're feeling good, you're about to go have your dinner or your breakfast or whatever you go to the gym. You feel accomplished, you feel good. That makes you confident. Whereas you're at home, you're feeling sad, blah blah blah, someone bullied you, or although that, or you're going through a situation, blah blah blah, you had a fight with someone, whatever. Whenever you feel low, you just turn towards food. That's easy. What happens once you eat food? Don't even answer me. You can answer that for yourself. You have guilt. You feel bad. You feel like shit. Next day you wake up, I'm gonna go to the gym from tomorrow. I want to lose weight. I'm gonna Google how to lose weight in a week's time. I just want to fix this thing. And there is guilt. What do you think that does to you? You lose trust. You don't feel confident. You don't even trust yourself anymore. So it's just all over the place. So there is this underlying philosophy, like I was saying before I lost the point. We human beings like to work, are supposed to work for the feel good hormone, which is dopamine, serotonin, etc. Could be more. I'm not a chemist or someone who knows anything about the biological mind, the anatomy of the mind, so to speak. Never took interest in knowing that. Should probably do that though, in order to make these videos more, I guess, sourceful. That's the wrong word. Anyway, so the first thing to understand is why. Why are you addicted to something? So the conversation I was having with my best friend was regarding a friend who was basically addicted to a substance for a very long time. And I told them that understand why. Why are you addicted to this substance? Why did you start? When did you start? What is the cause of it? In her case, she was very lonely. Her sister just got married and she moved to another country and she did not know how to live alone anymore because she was such good close friends, best friends with her sister. And also her boyfriend was treating her like shit, probably cheated on her. I don't want to get very specific, but it was something that was, she was sad. She was really sad. And she just wanted to numb the pain. The key word over here is numb, numbing the pain. That's why some of us drink endlessly. Some of us smoke cigarettes or other things just to numb the pain. But is that the way? It's not. It's just not. That becomes a bad habit. We just enter this vicious of not really fixing a problem, but just imagine just layering and layering and layering and just procrastinating dealing with the situation. You're just learning how to go to bed that night. You wake up in the morning, the problem still exists. So what did you fix? Nothing. So the long term effect of this is obviously that you'd never solve the problem. Of course, that will never go away just because you managed to go to bed that night or you managed to smile a little bit because you're a little bit you numb yourself a little bit, but you did not fix anything, did you? So I'm going to tell you exactly how to get rid of a bad habit and how I got rid of my bad habits, and I still actively do this today. So back in the day, I used to be really overweight, and I am currently, I just have a better lifestyle. I hit the gym. I try to go regularly, at least 4 times a week. And now my life is looking ahead. Like I'm feeling better about myself. Of course, it also made me very, very confident. I started believing myself because I heard myself. And I think that is the most important thing to note here is that you need to learn to obey yourself. Be obedient to yourself. I'm not asking you to be obedient to me, to anyone. Just pick up the idea from this video. Okay, we're just having a conversation. I'm not dictating. I'm not telling you 10 ways to get rid of a bad habit. That's why I did not write that in my title as well. And I'm not even mentioning that here. Because this is a whole process. This is a whole philosophy. This is a whole feeling and just, this is a technique, of course. But more than that, it is a whole concept that you need to first process and develop within yourself in order to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve, which in this case is believing yourself, self confidence, self trust, relying on yourself, having this assurance that, yeah, I said this to myself, so I'm going to do it. Not like, oh, I'm going to lose weight because today is January 1st. I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to this and that, going to have better skin because it's January 1st. That's the end of the year. I can't wait for the new year to start this new list of gazillion good habits I want to install. And I just said this one thing. You don't have to wait to take a good decision. You don't have to wait to start a good habit. You never have to wait. Don't wait till January or till this one thing happens or till this whatever you have in mind. Don't wait. Never wait. Never, ever, ever wait for a good thing. Because I'm telling you, that is just pressing play to a whole process. You will have to wait. Okay, let me just give you an example of weight loss, okay? Let's say you want to lose 5 kgs, okay? And you just say, oh, I'm gonna lose 5 kgs by the end of November. I'm sorry, I'm gonna start, let's say in December. I'm gonna start in December. So what are you gonna do till December? You're gonna gain more weight to lose in December. So let's say your weight right now is, I don't know, we speak in kilograms in India. So I'm gonna say kilograms. If you guys convert, if you guys use pounds as the metric, you can convert it, but 75 kilograms. Okay? Let's say current weight today for you is 75 kilograms. And you're like, I'm gonna start working on my diet. I just want to lose 5 kgs in December while you have actively a very unhealthy relationship with food, all the bad habits of, you don't trust yourself, you don't listen to yourself, you're just kind of like, blah, I don't really, yeah, I want to lose weight, but I'm going to start in December. You're going to gain more weight. By the time you reach December, you might even be 90 kgs. And starting then, sure, start then. But then instead of being 70 kgs as you originally planned today, you're going to be 85 kgs. And while that's good, that's not good because you want to still be 70 kgs. So don't forget that. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Never delay a good habit. Never delay a good choice, a good decision. Don't wait for anything. Don't give yourself the convenience of saying, oh, I'll do it next year. Oh, I'll do it next month, next week after this and that happens. No, start today because that is a process and those things take time. You think if you want to quit smoking a cigarette, you'll start tomorrow or in January and you'll just suddenly stop? No. There is this whole psychological, um, all these things that happen in your brain that takes time. Hopefully, if you start now, by January, you will not have this addiction. The very, very much possible. Instead of starting in January, instead of promising your wife, your kids, your girlfriend, boyfriend, yourself, most importantly, no one else matters more than you. So you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm gonna stop smoking in January. Why? Why are you damaging your lungs till then? So I think it all starts because one, we think that we're gonna live forever. Two, we don't understand the importance of time. When you delay a good choice, you delay a good habit, You're just prolonging your plan. You're just going to bed with nothing done that day, just prolonging and just trying to procrastinate endlessly, not realizing that you're just making it harder for your future self. So, going back to the first example, imagine it's December now, and you jump on that weighing scale, and you think of how, oh wow, I remember on like in October I was 75 kgs, and now I'm 90. And you're gonna start with that. You're gonna start with 90 kgs. And the goal was first to start with 5 kgs. Now you suddenly have to lose, I don't know, 90 minus 70, 70 kgs, 20 kgs. So realize how you went from 5 kgs to 20 kgs. Imagine the stress you will have in December. Imagine the stress you will have, your future self will have. Does that mean we hate ourselves? Does that mean we don't empathize, we don't sympathize, we don't care for ourselves, we just want to torture ourselves? What do you think will change tomorrow that is not already changing today? What has to change tomorrow can change today and has to change today. So, this is the same thing that I did with myself when I decided, okay, I'm going to lose weight. What do you think I did? I went cold turkey. I stopped eating bad immediately. I did not give myself a timeline of convenient, oh, we'll do it next year. No. Because once I lost that weight, the next thing I had to do was build my body, go to the gym, eat healthier, completely shift my lifestyle. These things take time, and I know that. So I think it's very important to be aware of those things, and only then will you be able to successfully make changes and get rid of a bad habit. It's the same thing when it comes to any kind of addiction. I think it applies. I gave you the philosophy. You can apply it as you will, as you wish, wherever it seems relevant. Thank you for watching, and I hope to make more videos. Yeah.